Vanessa Bryant just filed suit Thursday against LA law enforcement for doing the unthinkable. According to reports from the Daily Mail, Vanessa Bryant is suing LA law enforcement because she said that graphic photos of her dearly departed husband, Kobe Bryant, and her beautiful daughter, Gianna, then 13 years old, were taken after the helicopter crash, were shown at bars and media award galas by at least 28 police officers and 12 firefighters. Y'all, let's get into the story. But before we start, they ain't ish, and they ain't seeing heaven. But let's see how Vanessa Bryant is saying. But before you leave this dearly departed earth to go do the fiery underground you deserve, you're going to pay in heaven, hell, and on this earth. Now listen, the court documents which were filed Thursday claims that these photos were shown all over, right? Vanessa's legal team, and you know she got that Bryant money, so you know she got some, let's just say this, she ain't hired TisaTells lawyers, right? Said law enforcement also engaged in a cover-up and destroyed evidence of their misconduct. The LA County law enforcement officers, this is the police officers and the firefighters, right? At this point, it's almost 40 people, are under fire after an officer showed the photos of Kobe and Gianna, right? Which she's saying that's an invasion of privacy. Now, the LAPD is pushing back. The LA law enforcement officials are pushing back. I don't see how, because that's a pure, in my book, invasion of privacy, right? The case is going to court February 22nd. Y'all, 2022 is the year of the lawsuit. We got Tasha K, Cardi B. It looks like Nicki Minaj is going to be back in court. Kenneth Petty is there. Drake is facing a lawsuit. Travis Barker, and now Vanessa Bryant has thrown her hat in the ring. Sadly enough, because this is a messed up thing to be going to court. They know they're dead wrong. And unlike the other stuff, what are going to say to defend themselves? What are they going to say? Y'all, let's get into the details. Now, y'all, right? In the documents filed Thursday, Vanessa's attorney actually wrote that the photos they're actually arguing about literally are shown close-up photos of Kobe and his daughter, Gianna, right? Close-up photos. And they were passed around. What type of sick psychopaths want this? This really makes me mad. Were passed around by at least 28 officers and at least 12 firefighters. So there could be more. And if they start turning on each other, maybe we will find out more, right? And then the bars, the award shows. But this is the thing. This is where she could really get into big money. They engaged in a cover-up, destroying the direct forensic evidence of their misconduct and requiring extensive circumstantial evidence to establish the full extent of the misconduct. Y'all, they literally tried to delete the photos, probably tried to get rid of the phones, documents or evidence. They thought they were slick and they deleted anything. Now, anybody who lives in the LA area, and this is no shade to law enforcement, but we know there's a lot of bad apples. They engage in this regularly for traffic stops, for arrests for other things, for even brutality. So it makes sense that they would use the dirty apples, right? The dirty cops, that they would actually use this to actually cover up. Because honestly, it has to be the same people. Again, I can't get over it. What type of sicko would do this? But let's get more into the report. The LA Times literally had a defense. And listen, I'm going to paraphrase, but they literally defended themselves, saying, listen, the photos weren't posted online. They weren't seen by the public, except for at a bar where they were passed around. But otherwise than that, girl, why you tripping? Why is Vanessa Bryant obviously horrified and suing that photos of her deceased husband and 13-year-old daughter, close-ups of their remains in the crash when the officers and the first responders actually showed up? The most horrible thing. You literally passed them around and showed them like they were Instagram hottie pics to your coworkers, at least 40 people, and you're saying, don't worry, the public didn't see them. And the one time the public did see them was in a bar 2 days after the crash. Yo, somebody getting fired and getting money. But at this point, Vanessa Bryant got money. This is the principle of it. Can you imagine that the remains of your loved ones that died in a horrible accident being passed around like that? But hold on, they got more to say. Get this. Do you know how they found out that they were literally showing photos of that? Get this. A bartender told a patron at the bar, just somebody that was at the bar, that the police officers were showing photos. And get this, the customer at the bar is the one that filed the complaint with the LA County Sheriff's Office, because they were even taken aback. Like, what the? Right? Get this. Another private citizen, right? Another private citizen that attended the 2020 Golden Mike Awards, right? This it's a television award show that's broadcasted, right? This was about a month after the crash. Witnessed LA County Fire Department Public Information Officer Tony and Brenda. Tony, you ain't seeing heaven, right? Tony and Brenda talking about the photos. And there's more. And showing them to others at an awards show. Now listen, they don't know who he showed it to, but they know for a fact that he was showing others, and they lodged another complaint too with the LA County office. On top of the fact that after the crash happened, Vanessa Bryant literally asked the authorities, please do not allow anyone to take photos of their bodies. Of course, outside of evidence and stuff, I'm imagining, right? But then Vanessa is saying in her lawsuit that she later learned that firefighters and deputies were passing around the photos. Now, what was the officer's response to this? They literally said, well, the photos were deleted. And honestly, the girl that reported us didn't see the photos herself. What does that matter? Y'all, I can't. Let me know. I'm already upset and hot. Let me know in the comments, right? To me, like, the officers are basically saying the bars, the patrons, everybody that's heard about the photos or saw the photos are basically snitches, right? Don't be surprised if those snitches got 1 million traffic tickets, right? Now, this is after Vanessa Bryant also told the law enforcement officers that the photos circulating around the death of her husband and her daughter were out there and causing her constant fear and anxiety, and that she was having trouble sleeping and was depressed. She said she was contacted by internet creeps telling her that they'll share the gruesome photos online. She literally had people trying to extort her and blackmail her over pictures of her dead husband and daughter. And all the all the LA law enforcement had to say is, well, those threats haven't come to fruition. Y'all, it gets worse. Vanessa actually said that she was forced to literally talk about her anxiety in detail in a declaration filed with LA County, right? Now, TMZ saw the document, so this is verified. She literally detailed that she asked the sheriff Alexis Villanueva on the day of the crash, January 26th, to secure the crash site and not allow anyone to take photographs after learning there were no survivors. She literally said, I can't bring my husband and baby back. Please make sure no one takes photographs of them. But less than a month later, there's reports that they were showing them off at televised award galas and in bars. And all the police had to say was, well, it was deleted and not that many people in the public saw it. And people online were trying to extort her, saying, I got the pictures. Y'all, how they gonna dig this way out of this? Listen, it is well known. LA County, Los Angeles County is going to have a witness testify in next month's trial that it is a well-known practice with law enforcement in Southern California to share photos of human remains with who? Where they do that there? Have you ever seen that happen? It's internal. The fact that they are trying to make these guys showing things at a bar and award as some type of police investigation, y'all, they ain't seeing heaven. And guess what? They're trying to get the case thrown out. They want the case thrown out. LA County saying that she has no ground. This case is a mess. This ain't no gossip. This ain't no slander. This is straight up. If these claims are true, like Vanessa Bryant is claiming, they are evil and they need to be punished. I hope she bankrupt that whole county. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I can't imagine. Y'all, let's put some positive energy out there for Vanessa Bryant, because she is definitely getting tested. Woo! All right, my little Tattle Tells. I'll talk to y'all later.